Trade Union NUMSA is taking its fight for recognition and wage disparities at SA steel mills to the company's major funder, the Industrial Development Corporation. Members are set to picket at the IDC offices in Sandton after NUMSA and SASM reached an impasse. Newzroom Afrika's Veronica Makhoali is there. Veronica, has that picket already begun there in Sandton?
Well, Masa, I can tell you now, as we were speaking, 3 buses came offloading workers affiliated with NUMSA, standing outside here, and they've begun their picket outside the offices of the IDC, essentially demanding that the entity re-evaluate its funding to SA steel mills. Now, the union as well as the company have been at loggerheads for some time now. In fact, this all began in April when 162 workers were dismissed from SA steel mills for participating in what they called an unprotected strike. The union has since taken the matter to the Labour Court, which of course ruled in its favour, putting a judgment down saying that the members should not be taken any disciplinary action taken against the members by the company. I'm going to stand now and just out of shot just to show you the number of members from the from NUMSA that have gathered. They were standing at the IDC offices. They have now surrounded the perimeter of what seems to be the prime media offices and the entrances, really lodging themselves in the middle of this busy main road and intersection here in Sandton. I can also tell you that there is quite an anticipation in regards to the heavy security around the companies and the businesses in this Sandton precinct. There is also some presence of Metro Police officers, as well as I've mentioned private security guards. It seems security is very tight at the IDC offices. Looking at some of the information earlier, we did see a statement coming out from IDC saying that it was not told of this picket that would be happening outside the gates of its offices here in Sandton. So it seems this is why some of the members have chosen to position themselves in between the businesses here in Sandton. We will be, of course, speaking to some of the members now just to get a sense in regards to why they have come out here. At the core of the issue, as we do know from NUMSA, is the dismissal of these 162 workers. The union essentially saying that they feel as their workers are being punished, despite the fact that the Labour Court has issued a judgment saying that the company cannot take any disciplinary action against the workers, saying that the strike that they had embarked on was not illegal. And so we'll be giving you just some of the live visuals coming from here. I'm going to ask my colleague to just follow me as we try and speak to just some of the members over here. You can hear it's high spirits. You can hear as soon as they got out of the buses, members have been singing, members have been really protesting. We're going to speak to one of them now. Hi, so you are live on Newzroom Afrika on channel 405. Tell us, why have you come out here today in Sandton?
We've come out today for our rights, and this company we are working for to comply. That's why we are here. It's a very long time this company is robbing us. Yes.
We know that the union has said that some of the workers that work at SA steel mills suffer very difficult working conditions, and of course the dismissal of the 162 workers is also why you've come out here today. Just tell us about the working conditions there.
That's right. The working condition is very, very, very bad. Very bad. Okay, myself and my fellow workers, my fellow colleagues, I've got 8 years I've been working for this company, but still I've got nothing. So it's painful. It's painful. Thank you.
And what are you hoping from the IDC? What are you hoping that the IDC will be able to do? I know you were talking about that they should stop funding the company. How will this help?
I'm hoping for the best. For the best. Only for the best. If the company can respond to us, if it doesn't respond, then IDC must take back everything he gave him.
Thank you for your time. We're going to move on to now another member of the union. Tate, you are speaking. You are live on Newzroom Afrika. All right, some of the workers really getting into the protest action now. We're going to see if we can just step out of shots as well, just to get a sense of the excitement here. Masa, I'm now quickly joined by NUMSA spokesperson Makhoali, who's literally just arrived. Makhoali, thank you for your time. Very quickly, just give us an understanding. You've come to the head offices here at the IDC demanding that they look at the funding of SA steel mills. What does this have to do in regards to the core issues brought forward by NUMSA?
In fact, this is the core issue. The IDC is an institution which is funded by the state. Its funding comes from taxpayers. Here are the taxpayers behind you. These taxpayers are being abused by the management of IDC, the management of SA Steel Mills, which got funding from IDC. And by the way, before they were granted funding, they made promises to the IDC with regards to the fact that they would adhere to basic labor legislation and in general adhere to the prescripts of what is expected of how businesses operate in South Africa. Thus far, SA Steel Mills has ignored 2 court orders of the Labour Court. The one says that they may not discipline and dismiss workers for participating in a lawful strike. They did that. They fired 165 workers for participating in a lawful strike. The other court order was a court order that announced and confirmed that the strike was protected. They ignored that as well. So we are here to put pressure on them, to put pressure on their funders, for their funders to know that these people have lied to them, that these people are unscrupulous, and these people do not deserve the taxpayers' money in order to continue their business. And until they actually adhere to the demands and the expectations that we have as workers when it comes to basic labor laws and also in terms of labor protections in the workplace.
And what do you say to SA Steel Mills saying that your members essentially are, they are breaching conduct and that their behavior is a misconduct and that despite the Labour Court ruling that they will not be, reinstated?
Yeah, but then they're confirming to you that they're ignoring the Labour Court. And this is the attitude of the organization that we've been complaining about. By the way, SA Steel Mills is the management, let me be honest, they are just a bunch of liars. I think we must just be honest and put things the way they are. They have consistently told members of the media that NUMSA members committed misconduct. They claim that our members were violent, but they've not been able to deliver a stitch of evidence to prove that. Meanwhile, on our side as NUMSA, we have actually reported the behavior of their private security. 2 weeks ago, the private security company shot at our members with rubber bullets. 4 of them had to be hospitalized. 2 of those private security members appeared in court on Friday on charges of attempted murder. That's what we've done. We have actual evidence of a brutal employer that abuses the powers of private security to assault workers. All they have is talk. So I think it's about time that SA Steel Mills takes South Africans seriously. They are benefiting from the money that we have given them, and yet they are refusing to adhere to basic labor legislation.
Thank you so much for your time, Makhoali. That was NUMSA spokesperson Makhoali, really just giving an understanding of essentially why members have come out here today saying, to essentially outside the IDC offices, saying that the funding that the IDC gives the SA Steel Mills is essentially taxpayers' money and the workers of the countries need to be protected. Really saying that despite SA Steel Mills claiming misconduct by some of the workers, they are yet to provide that evidence in regards to those claims, but rather Makhoali really saying that they instead have proof of unfair misconduct by SA Steel Mills, and of course that Labour Court ruling saying that they cannot dismiss that more than 160 workers. Will of course be monitoring the progress of this picket, of this demonstration, as more security comes around the Sandton precinct. But for now, it's back to you in studio.
Thank you so much for that update. That's our reporter, Veronica outside the IDC offices where that picket is taking place.